Okay, today is July the 19th, 2018, and right now at 10:30 p.m. we have a temperature of 73 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 66%, the dew point is 61 degrees, and the barometer is reading 29.90. Now, earlier today around 2 p.m. we had a dew point, actually at 11 o'clock in the morning the dew point was almost 67 degrees. And so it was a muggy day today. We had some chemtrail haze visible in the southeastern skies. And we started off with clear skies, and then we saw some cumulonimbus development over the San Gabriel Mountains starting about noontime. Now, right now we're looking at the southwest water vapor map, and we can see what's happening here. We have weather that's actually moving in over the Colorado River. These are thunderstorms, monsoonal moisture. And what do we see right here? This is a thunderstorm developing, and we see that this area here is being superheated. This has been targeted by a satellite transmitter. And so this area has been superheated. We can see that the pressure wave generated by the rapidly expanding water vapor is clearly visible here in this map, right here on this outer edge. Look at that ring form and expand outward as this thunderstorm implodes. We can see that happening right there. So we see the color change, we see the expanding ring, and there's no precipitation on the Doppler map. Let's take a look right now at California. We can see that this area here has been kept dry by persistent targeting by these satellite transmitters. If we take a look at some of these other maps, let's take a look at the big map here. We can see that we've got high pressure being installed right in this area. We see clockwise rotation. We have some counterclockwise rotation right out here just offshore. But look at the state of California. We almost have a template, a cutout, where the thunderstorms are forming here in Nevada and Arizona. Let's take another look here at the water vapor map for the western U.S. We get a better close-up view of what is being prevented right here. Look at this. We have the state of California. It looks like it's a piece of a puzzle. All the thunderstorms are surrounding California, and nothing's really getting into this area, this area of the state. We can see that right here in central California over the High Sierra, there is some precipitation. If we scroll up here on the Doppler map, we can see that there is some precipitation right here. Get this out of the way here. Right here, we see a little bit of precipitation right over the High Sierra, right down here near. That's basically central California right there. And we have a lot of rain over the Las Vegas area. Some pretty heavy rain over the Las Vegas area, and also over Flagstaff and Sedona. We can see some fairly deep cells, but nothing in California. So getting back to the map, we can see what's happening. We have systematic disruption of thunderstorm activity developing right near California. So that's going to prevent, and is preventing, any sort of thunderstorm activity or rain. And here, this just proves it right here. We have an obvious thunderstorm being superheated right there. We can see the pressure wave and the color change. And look at that ring. Look at that. That is just so obvious. And the state is not getting any rain here in Southern California, nothing. We've had just a few drops yesterday. And if we take a look now at the pressure maps, we can see what's happening. This is the sea level pressure map. And we have a high indicated right here near the Four Corners area. And this is a sort of a clockwise rotating air mass. And all this weather that's sweeping around, these thunderstorms, are being destroyed right about here, right over the Colorado River area, as they would normally swing in and bring monsoonal moisture from the east. We used to see that in the 80s all the time. We get summer rains, and thunderstorms. Certainly in Arizona, that's what would happen. When I would stay in Sedona in the early 70s, that's what we would see. It would rain really hard for about 20 minutes to a half hour, and it'd become sunny for the rest of the day. And it was very nice because it cooled the ground, it cooled the area, cooled everything down. But the terrorists that are controlling our weather are not allowing for natural cooling rain. And so this bolsters the global warming argument. When you can control the weather and create hot temperatures over many months, that affects the yearly temperature average. And of course, that's the numbers that the people in political positions look at to formulate policies and laws and all that sort of thing. And so the problem is that we have non-technical, non-scientific people in the Congress, the Senate, and the House. And so this sort of information flies right over their head. We're showing some pretty good evidence here tonight. We can see, once again, this thunderstorm that would normally sweep right in and bring rain to Southern California is being destroyed right there. And the Doppler map is proving that. Getting back to the pressure maps, once again, there's that was the sea level pressure. You see the high right there. But the next two maps, the 500 and the 300, really tell the story. Now we see the jaggy lines. We have highs indicated right here. And look at all these jaggy lines. That is the transmitters at work. There's probably a satellite transmitter that is forcing heated descending air right over this area that would normally deliver thunderstorms. So they're targeting this area, and the turbulent activity is depicted here by these jaggy lines. So we have a mixture of high and low pressure being forced together. That's what's causing these jaggy isobars. Now, if we look at the, also we have a closed low up here, which would normally drop down. That's blocked, and we have a low behind that. And then we have some slightly counterclockwise rotation going on out here, right offshore of California. And we have a low right over the Hawaiian Islands indicated. Now let's take a look at the 300 millibar map, and we can see that right here we've got all these jaggy lines where all this manipulation is taking place, right where this thunderstorm activity is developing and sweeping into California. We can see all the jaggy lines where that high pressure is being installed. And so they're superheating these thunderstorms as they approach California, and that is showing up right here. That's really some good evidence of what is happening. Now, on the nightly news, the fake news on television, you won't see any of these maps. They don't show us the satellite maps, the pressure maps, or anything else. We get to see cartoon weather, and that's the way they like it, because they can then promote their phony, fake news, global warming, CO2, smokestack emissions, baloney to the public. And the public doesn't know any better because, unfortunately, the dumbing down of our population has rendered the attention spans of most people to about 30 seconds at best. So hopefully these satellite maps will wake a few people up. We can see clearly what's happening here. This is a thunderstorm that would be moving right into California, and that is being blocked. And of course, the result of that is the lack of rain here on the Doppler map. You see that there's no rain. This map is now going crazy. Look at this. Clear off on the East Coast now suddenly. So we can get this thing to work again. Okay, so all the rain is in Arizona and Nevada. Just the way the people controlling our weather want it. There's probably some big bets that California stays dry for an extended period of time. And if we look at websites like artemis.bm, that's spelled ARTEMIS.BM, you will see some of the bonds that are for sale and the different methods that people can bet on the weather. So take a look at that, and meanwhile, we're dry as a bone down here in Los Angeles, San Diego. We had some very heavy chemtrail spraying the last few days. Last 3 days, we saw some chemtrail haze in the skies today as well, down in the southeast. Okay, so that's it. We'll just leave it right here, right there. That is some of the best evidence we'll ever see of manipulation. This is rain prevention right here. They're destroying our chances of rain right over the Colorado River right there. Okay, that's it.